Okay, this is a daily review for July 1st, 2025. This is TradingView, NQ Futures, 1 minute candles. And it's going to be more examples of what you saw in my last video, the one called Strap In and Hang On. So just a quick look at the indicators before we jump into the price action. We've got the nebula indicator here that gives us these nice colorful candles and all the great signals. I got the Bollinger Bands turned on. You can see the upper and lower bands there. That blue line in the middle, that's from the Bollinger Band as well. I'll open that up so you can see that's an SMA 20. The yellow line, which I use a lot in this strategy, is an EMA 21. And the Lux Algo Sessions is this rectangle that shows the low and the high of the New York session and the open and close, and that dynamically updates throughout the session as price moves up and down. Down here we've got the squeeze momentum oscillator, the Wada Atar explosion oscillator, and the wave trend cross oscillator. Now let's jump into it. So this is the start of the New York session. And I don't like to trade the first half hour because it's too choppy. Today it was a lot of chop, but very low volume, just barcoding there. The price starts to move, and it moved down here, but it didn't go lower, so I wouldn't have got in there. Price goes above the EMA 21 here and keeps going. I'd be getting in here, and as it went up, it hit 20 points, I would have moved my stop loss to break even, and then price came down and hit my stop loss, and that's a zero trade. Similar here, price came below the EMA 21 and pulled back to it. I would have went short there. When price came down to my 20 points, I'd move my stop loss to break even, and then price came out and hit my stop loss, taking me out. And look, 3 in a row, another one here. Price is above the EMA 21, came in hard, lots of good volume, so I just jump in hoping it's going to take off, and it went up good, went up 20 points. I moved my stop loss to break even, and then price came down and would have taken me out right there. But what I'm waiting for, instead of just capturing 20-point gains, here, here, and here, I'm waiting for the big one. And that was right here. This is a big one for the day. Let me resize this a little bit. So if I would have just got 20 points here, I would have missed out on another 138 points. This was a big move. So price came down hard, good sell volume. I would have jumped in there, and price never really came back to the EMA 21 for a long time till down here. So if I would have got 20 points or 50 points or some take profit level, it'd be hard for me to get back in. Maybe here as it came back to the SMA 20 there. But instead I just strapped in and hung on to let the price action show me when to get out, and it came down, and I'd be thinking about getting out right here as price went up above the EMA 21, but I hung on. I wanted to see if it was going to come back down after that. It was a doji, and sure enough, it came back down here, and quite strong. And then it kept moving down, and I would like to get those. If I had perfect timing, instead of 158 points, I could have got 200 points. There, that'd be huge. But I didn't. I hung on, and then when price came back up to the EMA 21 here, I'd be thinking of closing, and right here when it closed above with the doji here, I would have gotten out. That was 158 points. Huge trade. So now I'm trying to get in again, looking for another big move, and price is above the EMA 21 and it goes above 20 points. I move my stop loss to break even, but then price comes down and takes me out right there with a 0-point trade. That was trade number 5. We're at trade number 6 now, and same thing. I got in with the good sell volume, and it went above 20 points. I moved my stop loss to break even, but then price came back. It took me out. So it's another 0 point. This is my first loss of the day. Price above the EMA 21. I got in hoping it was going to continue, but we were in a range. I didn't realize we were in a range. And price didn't go up 20 points. It came down, it hit my stop loss, took me out. That's my first 10-point loss. But here we go. This is some good volume. As price goes above the EMA 21 here, and I see the volume, and my oscillators are all saying we're going up. I got in and went above 20 points, moved my stop loss to break even. Price came back down and looked like it was going to stop me out. It was very close right here on this candle to take me out. But it went back above the EMA 21 and carried on for, this is a long trade. Let's see, 1209, 12, that was almost an hour. So price came up here. I saw that check mark saying the price, trend might be over. I saw this sell signal, but I wanted to see if it would bounce off that EMA 21 and continue up, but it didn't. When it closed below and I saw all these signals saying we're going down, then I got out, and that was trade number 8, 40 points. We're at 188 so far. Let's keep moving. Here I thought price was going to continue down because I saw this good sell volume, and my oscillators were saying it was going down. But right away it came back up and took me out. That was my second loss, 10-point loss there. And then we got a couple more. Oh no, this is a break even stop out. Price goes up 20 points and then comes back down, hits my stop loss there. We had some good buy volume, so I was hoping we were going to continue up. But notice this is turns into a range here, top of the range there. So we hit the top of the range, and where's the bottom of the range? Here. So price came back down below the EMA 21. I thought it was going to go down because it had good sell volume, but notice the tightening of the Bollinger Bands, and that is shown here in the squeeze momentum oscillator. These dark crosses, the white crosses, turn into dark crosses, showing that price is in a squeeze. And I was hoping it was going to break out, but it didn't, so that's a 10-point loss. But we're still up 168 points in the day. It was ranging here for a long time. Here's another zero stop out. Price goes up 20 and then just meanders here for about 20 minutes, almost half an hour, and eventually stops me out of break even. We're getting close to near the end of the day now, and this was a big trade for me. So we're below the EMA 21. I got in here. I saw some sell volume above the dead zone line, and it looked like things were going to continue down. It actually came back out and almost stopped me out right there. So I thought it was going to be another 10-point stop out, but I hung in, and price for half an hour did nothing until Trump got on the news and said he couldn't make a tariff deal, a trade deal with Japan or something like that, and the market didn't like that and dropped down, and I ended up getting 58 points because I waited to see if it was going to continue down. I could, if I move this down, I'll show you, I could have got 80, almost 90 points, but I waited for the price action to show me when to get up. So I see the check mark here for Nebula saying trend's probably over. When this candle goes above this one here, and I see my indicators showing it's time to get out, I would have got out there for a 58-point win. So we're at 226 points so far. And so here I tried to get in. I thought it was going to trace all the way back up to where it was before the news came out, but it didn't. I got stopped out very quickly for a 10-point loss. But then I got in again here. Price is now above the EMA 21, which is what I should have waited for. That was too early to get in there. Go long when you're above the EMA 21, go short when you're below. So I went long here, and price went above 20 points, but then came back down. When I saw the sell signal here and the indicators start looking like price is going down, I would have got out for only 14 points, but it's better than zero. So now we're at 230 points. We're near the end of the day. There was one more 0-point stop out here as I was trying to go long right near the end of the day. It hit 20 points, but then came back and stopped me out at break even. But then I did one more trade. Normally I don't trade so late in the day at the close, but I was having a good day, so I thought I'll try one more, and I got 20 points here. I used a 20-point take profit for this one because it was right at the end of the day. So that was 17 trades, total of 250 points for today.